Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
My pleasure, Dave. Glad to be with you.
What's your title? Let me get your what's it say in your business card?
Well, co-founder and chairman these days.
Okay. Thank you very much. So we've been reading the news. I know you've been all over the media. You were on television a couple of minutes ago before you joined us. You've decided to open up your theater tomorrow. Tell us a story.
You know, we have a timely opportunity to do something we think is really useful in its community, which is not just an issue of press release supporting our African American brothers and sisters, but to actually do something meaningful and use our venue to raise money for a worthy cause. And so we came upon the idea of doing the Juneteenth Film Festival, kicking off tomorrow. It'll be hosted at Emagine Royal Oak. We'll be hosting films from critically acclaimed actors, directors, all of African American descent. And we'll be raising money for our terrific cause, which is UNCF. And so I would tell you that this is really just about our effort to do good and to speak with our actions more than our words.
Paul, I know you are one of Metro Detroit's most charitable entrepreneurs, and anyone who knows anything about you knows that's absolutely the case. We see you at all kind. We see you doing your part all over our community. This one is a little bit interesting in that the governor has closed down theaters here in the state of Michigan, and she's not opened them, and you decided to proceed with this event in spite of that. Just can you take us through your thinking on that?
Yeah, here's the thought, Dave. We have voluntarily complied with and decided to close our doors for the last 3 months in an effort to support the governor's undertaking to protect public health and safety. And so we're supporters. Concurrently, we're now at a point where it's reasonably clear that there is no reasonable distinction in the science and data between opening a restaurant and opening a movie theater that just happens to be a restaurant as well. In fact, what we've determined is that we're going to identify it going forward as a restaurant that just so happens to serve movies.
So is this the beginning for Emagine Theater? By the way, I hope I'm not getting you in the middle of a big political mess here. We want to be your friend, Paul. But
Sure.
is this the beginning of leaving the theaters open? Is that what you plan to do with this event? And listen, I love your theaters. You got the great restaurants. We go in, the most comfortable seating. It's so cool. We go into your theaters. Somebody brings us our food often when we're sitting there in the movie theater. I love the movie experience you've created. But are you going to stay open, given what you just said, after this event on Friday?
No, this is not a statement of social disobedience. This is not trying to put our thumb in the eye of government officials. This is really about doing good. And we're going to continue with the film festival for as long as we think it can raise money for the intended cause. But at that point in time, we'll probably take a break again until we're given the all clear sign.
All right. Well, it's a great effort, and I appreciate it. And we've seen this from every sector as they've opened slowly. It was, the salons and the barbershops, and when they opened up medical offices, they felt that they should be open. When we had boating and sailboats could sail and power boats couldn't. We've had a continuing run through this whole COVID-19 crisis where some people have been given the opportunity to open and others haven't, and there hasn't always been a lot of clarity as to why. Do you feel the movie theaters, I mean, you've already said it, but can you just restate it? The movie theaters are kind of a victim of that right now?
Well, what I would tell you is that we've developed a 27-page reopening protocol. And I was the primary author of that particular guidelines. And so our trade association has embraced that. It includes an enormous number of protocols that are designed to protect the public health. So it starts with our teammates. We'll be taking their temperature every day as they come in. They'll be filling out a health questionnaire. All of our teammates will be wearing masks. We're instituting social distancing in the building. And then in addition, we're going to have 2 vacant seats between every group of parties unrelated parties. So the result is that we'll have 7 feet in either direction to allow for folks to enjoy social distancing, which is really what's required at this point in time. And so we don't think that we're being rebels in any way, shape, or form. And again, we serve food, we serve drinks, much like restaurants do. Restaurants are open. And if our government officials have science or data that would actually support our continued closure, then I think it's time for them to bring it forward.
All right, Paul. Well, best of luck. By the way, congratulations on the Juneteenth Film Festival. We'll continue to promote it. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to do that. Great idea at the perfect time, and I can't wait to get out to Emagine Theater. I'm going to come out for the film festival, and I just can't wait till we get things back to normal. And on a hot summer evening, get into the nice, cool, air-conditioned Emagine Theaters in our area and enjoy a movie in Birmingham or in Royal Oak. So we look forward to that. Paul, how do people participate with the Juneteenth Film Festival? They just come? Do they buy tickets? Is there information online? What should we tell people?
I would suggest that our guests go to Emagine-Entertainment.com. We have a whole lineup of films, and the shows and showtimes are available. It's a great lineup of films, and you can buy your tickets right on our website.
All right. Paul, thank you very much. Thanks for taking time for us today. I know you're busy with everything going on, but I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes. Paul Glantz, very good to have you with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Dave.